the Go Matrus departed for Goloka, leaving Devi Saraswati to reckon with the consequences of her words. Lord Vedavyasa says this is the point where Devi Saraswati is said to have attained puberty. The Devas found themselves short of time to console Saraswati as one of the gods of Amaravati materialized in front of the Devas. Oh lords, I bear ill tidings. Vritra leads an elephantine army of Asuras and has left for Swarga. He will arrive at the gates of Amaravati in 3 days. Indra invoked the divine architect Vishwakarman immediately for the forging of the gallant weapons from sage Dadichi's sanctified bones. Vishwakarman, upon receiving the divine mandate, embarked on the creation of these celestial armaments. With meticulous precision, he fashioned the Vajra for Indra from Dadichi's backbone. He proceeded to craft the Shakti for Vahni, the fire god, the Danda for Yama, the sword for Niririti, and the noose for Prachetasa or Varuna. Each weapon was crafted to perfection, bearing the indomitable power required for the impending battle. Vishwakarman's skilled hands were unstoppable as he industriously forged additional celestial implements with the remaining bones. The Dhwaja or the flagstaff for Lord Vayu, the Gadha or the mace for Kubera, and the Shula for Ishana, which is another name for Lord Shiva. He utilized every bit of the formidable austerities and the merit-filled bones of the past sage in the most adroit manner and armed every Deva with a weapon beyond compare. Sparks from the implements rose into the skies as they portended the cosmic conflict that loomed large in the horizon. Wiping the sweat off his brow, Vishwakarman stood up and slowly stretched himself. There was finally a sense of huge relief that washed across the celestial engineer's face. The Devas came to his side and embraced him affectionately and restored his energies. They grouped together and, in one final blinding flash, departed to Amaravati from the banks of the Chandrabhaga river. At the end of the second day, as the time for Vritra's arrival at Amaravati drew closer and closer, armed with these miraculous weapons, the Devas materialized at the gates of Amaravati to confront the Daityas and the Danavas. The war with Vritra's army was only possible because of Dadichi's solemn sacrifice to part with his bones. But without the Go Matrus, the weapons could have never been even made by Vishwakarman. There were literally no volunteers for this important cleansing of the sage's bones. This process causes the important transformation from the bones into the weapons, and no one was ready to do this dirty work. But the Go Matrus depict how, for helping the greater purpose, most women have the maturity and courage to do what is needed even if it renders them depleted and dirty. This is the main lesson. The key point is that although both men and women are created equal, women are made much stronger in certain aspects. This is why they are entrusted with the task of bearing children. It is not a small responsibility. Most men can't even begin to think about the effort and pain women have to go through for a certain period of time preparing for this responsibility. These preparatory days are what are the special days that girls go through. And you know what? As human beings or as any other mammal, the only time when girls actually feel vulnerable and weak is when they are in their special days. But it is important to note that girls can handle these days very easily, and that is why they are made this way. Did you understand all of this?
Yes, Pa. Girls are so awesome.
Good job.
Appa, you told at the beginning that the sage was a blemishless and pure individual with aeons of austerities to his credit. Why should his bones be cleaned? Why can't we directly make weapons from the bones?
Oh, that is such a valuable question, Papa. I am so glad you asked it. There are 3 crucial symbolisms in this story.
Whoa, so many. Tell.
The first one is the most significant. Although you have done the greatest penances and the best service, Once our prana leaves us, we are no longer even called by our names. We become a body. Our current state only gives grief to others. We only leave behind the good deeds that we have done in our lives, the service and the pursuit of knowledge, and the love that we have shared in our life with everyone. We've saved the best for the last. Our next episode is an absolute game changer you can't afford to miss. Ancient Anecdotes, Minis.